Hello, everybody. It's Catfish Tyler, and I have got some updates for you about SoFi, the market, what happened today, and why. And we're going to dig into it right now. I'm going to time restraint. I've only got about 10 or 15 minutes. So just hang on because we're going to run into this as fast as we can and cover as much as we can. So I'm going to click on display capture, bring that right over here. Boom. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this down here and show you guys all the things that I think why we're on the Rocket platform right now, SoFi. So here we go. Let's get on here and get on with it. All right, take a look here, folks. There's a lot going on over this past week while we got trounced down. Look at all the announcements about SoFi. All right, SoFi registers a bigger fall than the market. This is bull-loney. Zach's don't bother with it, but look at this. Galileo Payment Risk Platform now available to the entire financial services ecosystem. Just here on October 19th, you can read this article. Look here, there's another one here. Athletico Physical Therapy helps clinicians conquer student debt burden with SoFi at Work loan repayment program. Another thing we're in the headlines with. Galileo introduces corporate credit solution, streamlines B2B business expense management. Headlines, headlines after headlines. Everything I've been telling you. Correcting and replacing new SoFi survey reveals America's top financial ambitions. And they're amazing. They'll stop eating 5 nights a week not to go. I think it was 3 reasons why SoFi is a must-buy fintech heading into 2024. Folks, headline after headline here supporting us, but for some reason, we're getting run down. Well, I'm going to show you part of it right here. Let's go back here and find out on the finance home. Why was the big crash today? Well, look what they're saying. Stocks tumble amid bond market pummeling. Says the U.S. stocks ended Friday's trading session in the red as the benchmark 10-year Treasury yields hovered just below 5%. See, the yields, bond yields are supposed to be crushing the market. I thought, golly, I wonder what happened. How come have they been going up and up and up over the last 6 months? I said, let me look into it. And I found out it was bull malarkey. Look right here at bond yields. Folks, I want you to take a look at something here because bond yields they reported in May were affecting the market. Look what they're saying bond yields are affecting the market, but I want you to look what was going on here back in May when we had our big drop on May the 1st. And it's so interesting that bond yields have not had a negative effect on the market until now. These are the bond yields going up. And I said, well, look at here. Let's go back here to bond yields back in May. There they were, March, April, May. Here we go. We'll get to them. Bam. Here were bond yields in May at the highest they've been during the month of May. Are you seeing this? Well, that should have crashed the market back in May, right? Well, let's go see what it did to the NASDAQ back in May, everybody. We're going to go to the 6-month chart. And where was in May, the NASDAQ was at 12.3, folks. So you're going to tell me that bond yields are hurting the market today? Does that make any sense to anybody whatsoever? That they maxed out yields from April 21st until May the 26th, and what was happening to the market overall during that time? April 26th to May. Folks, do you see that? Don't buy into this bull malarkey that they're trying to show everybody. Bond yields aren't going to do a dang thing to the market except for Yahoo keep preaching it to you people, all right? That's the way it is. See, I dig up this information. I find out all the falseness of everything that they try to claim, people. And look at the doggone market crashing because they're saying bond yields are going up. So you just keep that in mind. All right? I say BS. Next, I want you to see this one-day chart. And folks, when you look at this one-day chart right now, and you look at the 1-minute intervals, you'll see something very interesting. That right near the close, we had an upside crossover happen. It's no surprise because look at the volume that came in here just after market. Look at the volume, and I'm going to show you what happened at the end of the day. Hold on, let me back it out a minute. Look at that massive 655,000 shares bought at 4 o'clock. Why do you think they did that, people? They weren't dumping it. They were buying it there. I just pointing it out to you. I think they know something about what's going to happen between now and earnings. And I think they also all know that bond yields, just like I just proved to you, have absolutely nothing to do with the stock market except what they're trying to tell you, folks. Okay? All right. I'm sorry if I'm a little upset, but I don't like Yahoo trying to tell everybody a bunch of bull malarkey and pass it off as something that typically happens when the bond yields go up and treasury yields go up, the market crashes. Well, that's not what it shows here on the NASDAQ. And I just proved it to you again. The NASDAQ 6-month chart does not indicate at all that bond yields will affect us in a negative way. Because there they were in May, beginning of May, and look at the market, how it went up with bond yields climbing like crazy. Are you with me? All right. Good. I'm glad you are. Because that's a crock, is the way I see it. And I say it as I see it. That's what the cat does. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to show you charts and pull out the BS so that you can read between all the lines they try to feed you and don't get fooled, people. Now, if you like what I'm saying, please do hit that like button down there. And if you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, I'll be very grateful. Now, I want to tell you another thing. There was a reiteration by Andrew Jeffries of this price as the price target he's got at $16. And I believe him. And I want to show you something else, just so you're aware of it. And you should be very aware of all these things about this stock that we're dealing with here, because it's on fire, I think. And what proves it to me is not only that 1-day chart that showed that huge amount of volume that came in, but I'm going to show you something else here now too. Look here at the 6-month chart. And this is one of the last things I'm going to show you. And I got one other thing to show you on the historical. Let's do this historical first. You might find this very interesting, folks. And I'm going to try and keep this very short. But we're doing 6-day intervals, starting, going all the way back to, and I'm going to backtrack 6-day interchanges for you, just so you can kind of be curious to see what I mean. On July the 13th, folks, the price was 877 low. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, which was 6 days on the calendar, it was at 1013. So 6 calendar days later, on the 13th, from the 19th, it happened to, look at this. I caught this 877 low. And I said, well, what happened 6 days before that? So I went back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I saw the high was at 868. And then they attacked it the next day down. See that? How do you like that? I went, holy cow. So what happened 6 days before this? Where was it at a high? So I went back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And it happened to be a day that they attacked it down to 814. What do you know? So 6 days up to the high, 6 days down to the low, 6 days up to the high, 6 days down to low. Are you getting the pattern here? And I'm not done, because from that 786, go back 6 days. Where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this. It was 5 days and we were at the high, 928. So we got either 5 or 6 days, 5 or 6 days, right? It's kind of amazing, isn't it? Go back 6 days from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 771 low, huh? 6 days back from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 23. Whoa! Are you getting this? It's kind of crazy. Look before that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days low of 714. My God, people. It's crazy. I'm picking up something here, I think. Look back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, low of 522. It was really 509. But then the day before, so that was 7 days. But look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Folks, this is getting crazy. what I'm showing you, the 6 6 6 6 6 swing on 6 days or 5 days, folks. Can you see that? It's crazy. But I wanted to point it out to you because I think it's important. All right. So now what do I think is going to happen? Right now, I think they're going to keep trying to work us down. But I think last time on July 31st earning, when it sprung up to 1170, I want you to see something here. On July the 31st, when it hit the high of 1170, they had started pounding it down off 1013 to the low here, but they worked it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, too many days in a row. I think they didn't give them enough days for it to go up because they could have made a lot more money. So I think this time they decided to get the low a lot sooner, then make a lot more money for a whole week before the earnings, and then pop it on earnings too on top of it, right? Not just giving them 2 days here off the 894 to get it higher, but 5 days to run it higher and higher, and then on earnings kill it. So I could be wrong, but I might be right. All right, folks. Now, I think I'm about done, except for the last thing I want to tell you is that today I went over 1,000 subscribers on my channel. Look at all these new subscribers that were coming in today. Glenn Thompson, Prasna Korada, Jim H. I want to thank you all for doing that. And I want to show you now by going to my YouTube analytics page, which is going to be on my YouTube studio, where I am as subscribers. And it's all to the gratefulness of you people. I want to say thank you all for liking. Look at this, 1,009 today. We had 9 new subscribers come on today. So grateful to every one of you who did that and helping me propel into my first day of earnings. And I just took a picture of my first earnings today. I made 6 cents since I monetized myself about 20 minutes ago. So yippee-yi, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. But that's going to do it, folks. Don't be fooled by them telling you the market's falling because of bond yields. This is what happens when the market, and I just showed you, folks, it's so blatantly obvious, okay? Now we're going to look at this stock here before I go. 165 for the low today. And I told everybody to come in on this because I think they're trying to run it down and it'll be supported. And look at the end of the day. Look at that pop that ran it back up. So somebody came in on it and others will in the days to come. It'll be back over $2 within a week, I call. So watch it close. RBT. And the last thing I'm going to do is say thank you again so much for tuning into my channel, everybody, and listening to what I have to say, because I think I'm onto something here. Now, I want you to see this. Wall Street analyst predicts this fintech under 10 will double, and here's why. This is the article that's by the globeandmail.com talking about Andrew Jeffrey's pick, and this is all the information. Please go check it out. This company's valued at a market cap of $7.59 billion. SoFi stock currently 71% below all-time highs. However, at least one analyst thinks they could double within 12 months, and I think it even sooner. High hopes for SoFi. The street stock price target right now belongs to Andrew Jeffrey, Truist Securities. He has a 5-star rating. He has tens of thousands of followers. He has a buy rating on this stock, $16 price target. All right, folks? So just be aware of that, and that's what I'm going to end on tonight. And I think that's where we get easy. Oh, look at us, just went green in the after hours. Right then with Catfish and all of you guys. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to call it a night right now. So I'm going to go like this. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been informative to you, and I hope that you can understand how important it is to not be fooled by these headlines telling you that the market's falling because of bond yields, because I just proved to you otherwise. All right? Don't fall for those shenanigans and the baloney and the bull malarkey and the fake downgrades by Morgan Stanley that owns 58.5 million, and after they downgraded it, now they have 90 plus million. Oh, go figure that. Cha-ching, good for them. Great job. But folks, now we're going to run. I think we're going to see a very nice run all week. Monday morning, I expect the possibility of them to try to hit it hard right out of the gate, and then for 4 or 5 days straight till Friday, on up it goes, because they're going to give it longer term to go up. They're going to milk it up 2 to 3% per day, unless they do an upgrade by somebody big. Then it'll jump over 10, where we got our sell orders in already at 10, 12, and then it pulls back for a couple days before the big leap. because that's what they did the last time. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm not a financial advisor. And as always, I suggest go in lightly, keep most of your cash here, waiting, and then watch. And if it keeps going up, monitor the amounts it's going up. If it goes up 5 cents and pulls back 3, buy it there. Goes up 5 more, pulls back 3, goes 5, pulls 3. Keep buying, keep doing. But when it pulls back past 3 to 5 or 6 back, get out right then, folks. Right then. And that's how you know. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep doing that all week next week. We're going to figure out how much they're dropping it each time they pull it back. We're going to buy there, and we're going to hit that high on earnings day, and we're going to have our orders filling in the 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, as high as 13s, 14s. They can run it up as high as they want. After today's low, they took it down too. That's my call. I could be wrong, but I sure know I bought at $7.32 today, and I've added about 2,000 shares today because I think I'm right. And if I'm wrong, don't care either. I've made so much money off this stock buying it at $4.66, 2,500 shares there, and 2,500 shares at $4.67. And I wasn't the only one buying in. On that day, Anthony Noto bought $1 million worth at $4.6750. I know it. I looked it up. And he's the CEO of this company. He used to be the CFO of Twitter. CFO of Twitter. The guy knows he's got a head on his shoulders, people. He's smart. And he says we're going to be in the top 10 banks, we will. If he says we're going to do IPOs, we have. If he says that this thing's going to go through the roof, and I believe it, and he does, because that's why he owns $60 million worth of this stock, folks, okay? Cha-ching. All right, I said enough. About to blow my mind here about them telling me the market's going down on bond yields when I went back and said, don't think so, people. Fake news. Don't trust them, all right? They have other means. They have other agendas. They have their agendas, folks, and believe me, they're going to execute them. And they're going to try and execute you. But it ain't going to happen with catfish around. All right, folks, that's it. I'm done. I've had a good time. I've shown you all this. I hope you can see it because I see my picture now was huge. Should have downsized that first. Oh, well, I'm sorry, folks. Hopefully you can still see what I showed you for the most part. What I think is going to happen is I think what's going to happen here is I think this thing is going to go, and I'll show you this chart again because it was probably off the page. The last thing I'm going to show you, look at the similarities right here, folks. This is the most important thing for you to understand about this stock. Amongst all of the attempts to run this price down, and I'm including right here since the middle of June and after even earnings, every bit of 14 days in a row running it down there and 7 days here, all it did was make that 300-day moving average keep running right up, didn't it? And then look at this right here. This is the icing on the cake for us. You see this drop right here? Look how long it was sustained from March the 9th, March the 7th, all the way gradually up till the 1st of March. You're talking almost 2 months. Then you had a drop, an up, a drop, an up, a drop, and up. Look at the similarity right here now. Same thing. They do this over and over. It came down, up, a drop, and up. And here it is again. Down, up, a drop, and my price is going to be on this line right up here. This is the range. 13.20. I say have orders, folks, in for earnings day to sell this stock at $13.12 for sure. All right. Put some in at $12.97 just to be sure. Put some in at $12.87 because when it gets to $12.88, they're going to pull it back to $12.66. Put some in at $11.97 because when it gets there, they'll come back to $11.88. Put some at $10.87 because they'll pull it back from there down. And history has shown they like the number 1013. So put some orders in at 1012. Make sure you get it sold, and they'll pull it back below 9. In the 988 to 966. I can almost guarantee this, people. So that's what I'm going to end on. That looks pretty good. And I want you to see this 3-month chart because this is killer too. And then we're going to be done. Look at this. I'll show you the 1 month. Look right here. Look at the 200-day moving average. It's at a crossover point, right at the double dip, the triple dip, and wham, it's going up, people. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my shorts on earnings day. If we're not over $10 on earnings day, I'll eat my shorts. You can watch me take a rip right out of them, but I don't believe it's going to happen, people. All right? So there you go. That's Catfish, tying it up. Thank you again for all of you subscribers. Thanks for hitting the like button on this video. Thanks for sharing this information if you do with your friends. And that chart right there says it all, people. Look at this 200-day moving average. Since this crossover on this date, and what date was it? Since this day right here, May the 30th. It was all over for them then, and it's never looked back. They can't get below this trend line here, folks. They've tried it all these many times, and now it is propelling the 200 up. This is what long-term investors look at, this line here. They don't give a diddly flip about today at the daily action. They watch that, and then they get a smile on their faces, and they go, everything is fine. All right, everyone? I'm done. Now I'm going to put this up, and thank you again for being here. I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry I screwed up a little bit earlier not having my image down, but it doesn't matter. You got the message, didn't you? And that's all I care about. All right, everyone. Thank you again for being here, and I'm going to stop this recording now and let Catfish say bye. Well, that's it, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And you know what? I know one thing that King Cat just forgot to do, and that was to show you Sofi on the launch pad again, so I'm going to go back and make him do it right now. Sofi on the launch pad. Oh, man, I forgot. I know I was going to close out with that. So here's the rocket, and we're going to bring it right up here. And, folks, I hope you like the way that looks right there. And I wanted to tell you, I got to lock these two in together. I shouldn't have done it that way. But anyway, there it is on the launch pad. Sofi on the launch pad. I'm going to pull this display capture down so you can see it all in its beauty. It does look gorgeous. All right, there it is. And that is the Sofi. That's a Sofi rocket ship, folks. And I'm telling you right now, I think we're going to go way, way higher. That's what I'm telling you. I could be wrong, but I sure think that Sofi is on the launch pad right now. There it is. And I want you to know that we're going to bring this up because it should be right there. How do you like that? The Sofi rocket launch is there on the pad, people. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate your patronage. I appreciate your getting me over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very grateful to every one of you. And so, as always, now we'll send it back. Well, everybody, that's all it for me and King Cat Tyler. Thank you for being here, and we hope you have a beautiful, safe, wonderful, happy weekend, everyone. And we will be back here on Monday. And you can guarantee if you hit that notification bell, the Catfish Tyler will come on when the price is at the lowest of the day. Thank you for being here again. We hope you have great happiness, great prosperity in your future endeavors, and also that you are surrounded with what? Love. That's right. You deserve it, folks. So I'm out of here, and thank you very much again. We appreciate you being a patron, and we appreciate you being a catfish with all of us. Bye-bye, everybody, and we'll talk to you later on. See you on Monday. And don't forget to hit the like button. Bye-bye.